Hello everyone. Today we'll be bringing you a review of the Papermate 300 ballpoint stick pen. This is a medium point, 1.0 millimeters. So let's get started. A few things you'll notice about the pen right away. The body's kind of neat. It's basically semi-transparent color tinted body. It's kind of a cool little look here. It lets you sort of see through the pen without it being 100% clear, and it also lets you see the ink levels in there, so you can see how much ink you have left. It also has this really neat rubberized tri-contour grip, which I found really comfortable. Haven't really seen it on any other pens that we've reviewed so far, and this is definitely very comfortable and provided a lot of comfort for writing. It is just a stick pen with a cap. The cap seems a little bit on the cheap side. It's small, first of all, and there's not a lot of give in the clip, so I would suspect this would break fairly easily. Obviously I didn't go ahead and break anything for the test, but I don't think it would hold up too well long term. Well, let's see how it writes. Papermate claims this to be a low viscosity ink, so obviously to deliver smoother writing. Well, first of all, we'll notice it definitely delivers on its smooth writing promise. It feels very good, glides across the paper very well, so that's a definite plus. The ink that comes out, it's not too dark. Not that it comes on too light, it's just, I'd say it's a little bit on the lighter side of the spectrum. It's not extremely bold and dark, but it's also not so light that you can't read it. I would just prefer it to maybe be a little bit darker. It does, however, deliver extremely crisp lines. I was very impressed with that. You can kind of see they're just very clean, very well defined. Despite not being extremely dark, they do look very well on the paper. As you can see in here, we do get a little bit of blobbing here and there. It's not terrible, but it is enough kind of at the top of some curves. You'll sort of see it come out. As far as the smear test goes, the 300 performs reasonably well. It's not extremely quick drying in that you'll get no smearing whatsoever, but the amount of smearing you get is very little. It actually tends to, this is where the little bit of blobbing kind of comes back to haunt the pen, because the areas that tend to do the smearing are the areas where those blobs develop in the first place. As you can see, after about 5 seconds or so, even less than that of waiting, maybe 3 to 5 seconds, you're pretty much going to get no smearing whatsoever. It's only if you kind of touch it immediately afterwards you're going to get a little bit. And it tends to be right at the top of a curve where it blobs a little bit. There's really no skipping though, which is a good thing. It might seem a little bit lighter in some spots, but very little. And some writing we did prior, full page, much of the same. It does deliver those very clean, crisp lines. I'd like the ink to be a little bit darker, but it's not bad by any means, so that's good. Smear test, same thing. We just got a little bit of smearing right off the bat. And as you can see here, so I didn't write for a few seconds there, and we got a good bit of blobbing that developed right when I started writing. So the ink seems to blob up at the tip a little, and then when you go to write again, it'll kind of splatter onto the paper, sort of. Again, not terrible, but a little bit of a downside to the pen. The pen is refillable. You actually unscrew at the back here. Take the little back cap off, and there it is. So overall, I'd give it good marks. Good, not great. It is a nice low-cost stick pen, and it is definitely a step up from your very, very basic no-frills economy ballpoint pens. But it does have some shortcomings that are going to kind of defer it away from somebody who does a lot of writing and somebody who's more of a pen enthusiast and a little bit more conscious of what they want to write with and so forth. But for what it is, it's pretty well, and it doesn't cost too much. I'd recommend giving it a try. It's definitely not going to be for everybody, but I do like it. I'd say it's decent for everyday writing, and I'll definitely use it from time to time at least. That's about it. Thanks for watching.